Hey everybody, Nico from Rogue Outdoors here, and today I am going to show you guys how I set up my bottom bouncing rigs for Steelhead trout rig. So pretty much all you're doing is you are casting upstream with this rig, and you want enough weight on it that the weight kind of skips on the bottom of the creek or river or wherever you are fishing that is moving water. So with that, I have my main line here. I've already tied on a barrel swivel to it. And then what you want to do then is then take and you can put your weight on now, or you can wait till after you're done putting on your leader. But you can take and put just as much weight as you need or as little in order to achieve that nice bounce when it's drifting. You don't want it to skip way too fast. You just want it to skip nice, slow bounces on the bottom so that it gives a chance for steelhead to come up and bite it. So since I have my barrel swivel on, I'm running 12-pound fluorocarbon from P-Line. It's their moss green, I think it's their CXX line. I like it. I actually use it for salmon, so I'm kind of lazy and not going to downgrade my weight size of my fluorocarbon. I'm running 12-pound. You can obviously run a lot less. Some people, they run 10 or 8 on their lines. I like running 12 because it's enough for salmon, so I'm going to use it for steelhead as well. There's no point in me spending a bunch of money, to get another rod with another reel and another, set of line, or, another reel that has 8-pound fluoro on it. I'm just going to run 12. Makes it simple. Running 6-pound fluoro as the leader. You can run less if you'd like. I'm going to check your local regulations or your state regulations regarding leader size, because I know especially in upstate New York, where I do a lot of my salmon and steelhead fishing, it is a 4-foot leader max, so you can't have anything longer than 4 feet leader wise. So I'm just going to take, and for demonstration purposes, I'm not going to make it 4 foot. I'm just going to kind of guesstimate right now. And I usually do just a simple fisherman's knot. You just take and run it through the eye. I take and I hold it like this with my middle finger, and then I use kind of my thumb and index to kind of just twist it around. I wrap it around about anywhere from 5 to 7 times. So I run it back through the loop that was made here, or you can take and run it through the loop and eyelet at the same time, but I just run it through the loop and I pull it tight. Makes it easy, and you can take and trim off the tag end to however short you would like it, and I give that a good tug. That's on there nice and tight. And then now I'm going to follow this to the end of my leader. So another thing is now alright, so now since you got your leader on your bobber, on your barrel swivel, now your soft beads, these are their 8mm beads from X Factor. I like using their products, obviously, since a lot of my trout content, some of my salmon content too, has X Factor. Love this stuff. Shout out to you, Jeff, if you're watching this. I appreciate your products. Great products. Love them. So what you're going to do is you are going to get out one of these little soft beads, and these here from X Factor, they're all kind of put like in a chain type of ordeal, so they're all connected. You just take and pull one off. That's simple. Then you take and now some people, they usually have like a needle with them when they're doing this. I don't, because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to carry a needle around for this. So since I am lazy, what I do is I take a hook, find the end of my leader, and I just run it through the eyelet of my hook. And you can use, personally I like using, if you're going for steelhead, use anywhere from a size 10 to a size 6. I like using size 8s. I mean, you can pick however. I mean, usually the smaller the better. But, you know, personally, I just like using 8s because it just feels better, in my opinion. So what I do is I take the hook. So now since I ran the line through the eyelet of the hook here, as you can see if my camera's focusing or not, I can't tell, but so I have it ran like this. So what I do now is I take and I run my hook through the bead. Now if you have a needle, you obviously thread the needle and then you just push this through like so. So once you push it through, I push through, I take the hook off the line, so now you have your soft bead. So now since it's on my line, I can adjust it to wherever I would like. Now before I do that, X Factor has these little things for soft beads, because some people run into the problems of their soft beads going over their bead stops. It is this little plastic thing, which might be hard to tell. It is like that big, and you run your line through it. It's called a sequin, if I am pronouncing it properly. If not, I'm sure somebody in the comments will correct me. And what you do is after you have your bead on, you take and run this sequin on your line like so. So now you have this little sequin on your bead, your soft bead. So you have your soft bead and now you have this little sequin. So now since that is all settled, you can now take and grab these, which I also got these off of X Factor, like all this stuff here, except with the exception of the leader, the hooks, and the barrel swivel, and the weights. All the stuff I'm using here is all X Factor stuff. You can find it on their website. So this here is their clear water bead stops, which they're already on these little tab things. So all you do is there's little loops on them. You take and you run your line, your leader, through the loop, and then now you just take and simply, once that is on, you simply take and pull. Oop, I have a little technical difficulty here, so bear with me. You take and pull this little bead stop off the little line here, and now it is on your leader line, and you pull your loose end through and you pull that off, and now you have a bead stop that you can adjust to however long you want it away from your hook. So now with this bead stop sequin as well, that is not going through that bead stop. So they designed this that your bead is not going to pull through your bead stop. It is going to stop where it is at. That is awesome. Because if you're drifting, just a soft bead, and sometimes you get hung up in, some rocks and stuff like that, sometimes that little bead, that soft bead, will pull through your bead stop. So with this, it prevents it from going through. So now, since I have my bead stop, my sequin, and my soft bead on, I can now take my hook, which I use these little hooks from Blackbird, Sabertooth, which obviously there's a little tag on them because I went and bought them at shop in upstate New York because I like supporting the local economies where I'm fishing at. I like these hooks because they're amazing and they keep fish on and they're durable and extremely sharp. So once you get your leader through the hook eyelet, I just do another fisherman's knot. I'll loop it around about, wrap it around about, anyways from 5 to 7 times. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be, specifically, oh, it's got to be, just 5, or oh, it's got to be just 7. No, you can do whatever, wrap to your little heart's desire. And then I take and I run it through the loop again and hold on to the tag end, and I pull tight, and it is ready to rock and roll. You have a little bit of a tag end here. Make sure you pull on that knot nice and tight so it gets cinched down properly, which I did, and now it's cinched properly. You have this tag end. I leave just a touch of tag. I didn't cut that, actually. I'll leave a little bit of tag so that when the fish is pulling, it can't pull that knot clean off, because if you cut it right there with straight at the knot, it's going to come undone and you're going to lose your fish. So I leave just a little bit of the tag end. It helps. And now, so I got that. So now I can pull my bead stop, bead sequin, and soft bead down. And some people leave it about an inch to 2 inches from the hook, like so. So now that is set up like so. This is basically, it's ready to go. You can just drift a soft bead like this for bottom bouncing, and you have your weight here where your barrel swivel is, and then you got your leader and now your soft bead. Now what some people will also do is, with running a bead, you can, let me look into my brown bag of wonders here. You run egg sacs, which you can get them at bait and tackle shops, or you can make them yourself, or you can even get artificial ones. So these are the little egg sacs. This is, it's got a couple, eggs in it. There's a little foam ball in there. I'm going to learn how to make these someday because I think it'd be fun. But this is what they look like. And all you would do is you would take that hook and you would hook it through the netting. There's netting on there for the little mesh bag. You want to hook it through the mesh netting on the bottom. You don't want to hook where it is tied together. You want to hook on the bottom so it looks as natural as possible when you're bottom mounting this on the bottom. And then you can, obviously you can use egg sacs. You can also use like pink bubblegum worms, or you can use like different little minnow looking artificial soft plastics. I like these. This is actually their 3-inch miracle worms, pink bubblegum. I love these from X Factor. My favorite bubblegum worm to run by them. And actually, this is their guide pack, which is you get 60 of them for a nice price. You can run those on the hook, or you could even take, and I have, also X Factor makes miniature salmon egg clusters. You can take and run one of those on the hook as well, and I can show you what that would look like on the hook. So you'd basically do it just the same as you would an egg sac, because this here technically would be the bottom of the cluster, so you'd hook it through the bottom like so, and now it looks just like a cluster of eggs running through the water column. That's simple. So with this, you can take and, you can customize it. You can run egg sacs, you can run an artificial egg cluster, along with your soft bead, or even take this off and just run just the soft bead. I mean, the customization is endless with it. You can do whatever you want with it. It doesn't have to be, just a soft bead, or just this. You can mix and match and find what you like personally. Some people like, running, egg clusters with their soft beads, or some people, sometimes they don't even like running soft beads. They won't even set up, the soft bead, and they'll just run like an egg cluster, or you can even run a bead straight on the hook. But this is how you would set up a soft bead. This is how I set up a soft bead set up for Steelhead. This is how I set this up. Now, other people might set it up differently, but this is how I do it, and that's, just my opinion on how I set it up. I mean, it's pretty much, you're going to find similarities between other people's videos and my video on how to rig up this bottom bounce and how to rig a soft bead. So pretty much it's a 2-in-1 video. I showed you how to set up a soft bead, and I showed you how to set up a bottom bouncing rig. So overall, this is, like I said, how I set it up. You can, change some things around, but personally, the part that matters the most is how the bead is. Overall, if you guys like this video and you like my how-to videos, let me know down below if I should make another how-to. I'm thinking about doing a how-to video on setting up a float rig for steelhead or salmon. I mean, obviously, salmon and steelhead season's over. Well, steelhead season's still going, but salmon season's pretty much done here on the East Coast. I think the West Coast is still kicking off. Especially, I'm pretty sure up north in Alaska it's still kicking. So, I mean, I can, set those up and I can show you how they work. But that is it for this video. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, because this greatly helps me out so that I know what content I need to make, so I can make more content tailored to you, the viewer. And as always, I will catch you in the next video. I apologize for last week not having a video. Sick. So, happens. But I will catch you all in the next video, and I hope you all have a great day. Take it easy.